Hey, I wanted to introduce you guys to pet massage. I'm sure everybody's massaged their pet. It's a natural instinct because you realize that they like it. And this is just a little specific on what they might need and like as well. So listening to everybody's voice, as we all have a voice, whether or not we're using language to express ourselves, the body will talk, and just pay attention to those reflexes, and we should be good as far as nurturing and not causing any issues or pain, I guess. Hado, this sweet boy, and then Drago, another sweet boy. Drago and Hado, do you want a massage? So ask them if they want massage, and then, yeah, do you want, I've got a fresh towel down on his bed, and that lets him know that it's a little special, a little different time. What do you smell? I might have dropped food there. I don't know. That could happen. Yeah, so I want to establish trust right off the bat with the pet and let them know that they're in complete control. So if something is too much or if they'd like something else focused on. So at first I kind of move around just to get a feel for how they'll react to things. And I've already paid attention to his gait. So is there any hip dysplasia? Are you seeing the hip swaggering at all, or any imbalances that you might notice, as we all use something more than something else, and we've also all had injuries to an area. So I happen to notice his left paw flexes and stays in flexion more than it does extension. He's so cute. It's really hard to focus, Hado. So I might ask if I can take it into extension and just not past the range that it naturally goes. And then just once he knows what I'm doing, open it up to a little traction. He says that's enough. Something else, and I honor that. Yeah, that's a part of it. So might we do this paw now? Yeah. Okay. And this one has a good flexion and extension. Well, actually a little resistance there as he pulled back. And again, honoring that. Loves ear massage. We can do suction on the ears, where we do a little pump with the cupping technique, and then pull out. So essentially you're just cupping, opening the ears, covering the eustachian tube. Oh, and yeah, listening to their expression, seeing if they like that. I think Hado would like that. So the shoulder girdle, might grab the whole shoulder blade. Oh, do you hear that? That's the eagle. They're back. That's sweet. I think that's the baby saying, feed me, feed me, feed me. I enjoy the oh, yes. This is a good immune booster. It's just a little lymphatic pump around the clavicle where it comes into that jugular notch. It's a good way to boost the immune system by stimulating white blood cells to come to that area and do a little flush out, bring a little excess of toxic waste, and flush the fluids out. Boost the immune by boosting the white blood cells. Yeah. So you can focus on that with anybody. It's subclavicular or just above the clavicle, above or below. You could do both. And then make your way from proximal to distal and back to proximal. I'm rushing that, but essentially you might stay in one area and pump. So this is a sternocleidomastoid on a 45-degree angle, and I might just pump that lightly, really lightly, like I'm moving a coin off a table. And then come back. So it's creating a suction for this area, particularly great if they have allergies or sinus issues. That's people included. It's basically transferable information, right? Oh, do you hear that? That's the hummingbirds. I don't know if you can see them. They're at the feeder there. Over here. There's one guy. He's green and gorgeous. Isn't he? All right. Well, back to Hado's massage. He says yes, yes, yes. So, essentially it's muscle squeezing and finding range of motion. And watching their gait first to see where they might be dominating with. So anything that you're dominating with is overused and it needs to be stretched, and it can use deeper tissue massage. And then anything that's not overused, the opposite, is in the contracture, or is in the overextended already, so it needs to be strengthened. So you'll find that your dominant side needs to be stretched, and your non-dominant side needs to be strengthened. Tongue twister. Should I try that again? Yes, you try that again. So if your dominant side is your right side, you'll find that people could use a lot of deep tissue and a lot of lengthening work on their over-contracted side, on their overused side. The muscles are contracted and holding tight. Oh my God, you're ridiculously cute. And the opposite side is going to be the agonist muscles. So we have agonist and antagonist. And the agonist muscles will be in overstretched. So the non-dominant side is not strong, and it could be strengthened. And that would capture the length to be a little bit more symmetrical with the dominant side. So your non-dominant side needs to be strengthened, and your dominant side could use deep tissue as well as stretching. Your non-dominant side as well as strengthening. Oh my gosh, Hado. Could use some extra stretches. What am I saying? I can't focus with him. So your non-dominant side, you're going to strengthen. And oh, the massage technique, instead of deep tissue there, you would use maybe lighter, not as deep work to that side. Or you could also do tempo main, rapid springy blows, whether you're doing soft hacking, heavy hacking, beating, pounding, all kinds of tempo mass, right? But essentially that rapid springy blow for half a minute to 2 minutes increases. There's so many planes that go around this lake. I don't know if you could see. Anyways, there's a tangent, but yeah, I was thinking about the amount of little floater planes and how much different of a flight it must be than somebody that has airways that they're told exactly where to go. Maybe these guys are too, but they seem to be able to float around lakes and explore and go fishing and whatever, right? All right, well, I think we're done here with Hado. Thanks for being our guest. Hado, you want to come say goodbye? It's really hot here today in Seashell, British Columbia. We've got the ocean on this side and the rainforest to the opposite side, so I think it's time for the rainforest. It's about 10 degrees cooler there. So in the afternoon when the hot heat sets in, it's either that or sometimes the beach. Hope you're having a great day. Enjoy nature. Take care and be well. And let me know in the comments if there's anything that you've done that you found really works for your dog. I think it's just really, I didn't want to get into specific techniques, but I appreciate any offerings that you have. But really about listening to the body and seeing how it responds, seeing its range of motion, and seeing where you can help out. So if there's contracture, try to lengthen it, and if it's overextended, try to strengthen it. So if you've hyperextended your knee, for example, by blowing out your meniscus and have a terrible triad injury maybe with the knee, then you might look at strengthening the ligaments and the tendons and really working with that rather than with stretching. Or at the beginning of the injury, you might look at no weight-bearing activities and just beginning to stretch it a little bit and then coming into strengthening. So it really depends on where you're at, but your body knows best. So listen to the body or listen to your guest's body, and as long as you're honoring that, I really believe that the healing light will shine its way through. Take care and be well.